So let's start going over the review, everybody. So go ahead and graph the points. Okay, so we have the points already graphed on there, and it says from 2/3 of the way up. So you can find it. So you can just count the distance. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so the length of this is 6. Okay, and then so 6. It says 1/3 of the way. Okay, so if I do 1/3, that would be 1, 2. Okay, so 6 times 1/3, well, numbers over 1 is 2. So we're going to have this length of 2. So it's going to be that point right there. So which is at -3, 2. Okay, so for this one, everybody, so if we do -1, 1, and then we do the next one, 3, 3. Okay, connect the points. Okay, and it says half of the way. So everybody, so half. So I counted it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 4.
Miss, isn't it -1? -1? Didn't you just mark it as -1, 1?
I did.
Isn't it -1?
Thank you, Alex. Yep. So it should be this way.
I don't think I got it.
So then it would be right there.
Then it's +1.
It is +1, +1. Thank you, Alex. So it would still be here. The distance is still 4. And so you're right, halfway would be 1, 1. Okay. So this one, so we're going to graph the points again. So it's going to be at 2. What? Okay, so hold on. I'm going over all of them. So it's going to be at 2, 1. Next one is going to be at 2, -3. Okay, so it's just straight down. And it says 3/4 of the way. Okay, so if I count the distance, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 3/4 of 4, which means we multiply. Cross out the ones. Well, 4 divided by 4 is 1. So I get 3. So so we start here at this one. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. So that point is going to be at 2.
Is it 2 -2?
2, -2. You got it. Okay. So this one says 2/5. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 5. It's going to be 2/5. So we go 1, 2. Okay, so that's going 2 of 5. So it's that point right there at 0, 0. So it's at the origin. So it's at the point 0, 0. Okay, so it's going to be at 0, 0. Which one? You are right. We have to go from B to A. Thank you for reading the directions. Yep, B to A. So then if we go from B to A, so this is A and this is 4. 1, 2. So you're right. Then it would be 1, -1. We got it. Okay. I'm trying to get this so we get to see it. Okay, so that's a little better. I think we could see it. It's so weird. Okay, so next one, everybody. So dilation factor. Um, so we look at everybody. Remember, we look at the prime marks. Okay. So we look at which one it's going from. So if I look right here, remember one way is to count the sides. So we go, it's 1, 2, 3. Okay, and this side is 1. So if it's going from 3 to 1, so the scale factor is going to be, remember everybody's scale factor? So scale factor, everybody, is new over old. Guys, remember that? New over old. So that would be 1 over 3. So 1/3 is a decimal, everybody. So if we divide, okay, so numerator divided by the denominator, so 1 divided by 3 as a decimal is going to be 0.3 repeating. Okay, so it's 0.3. So it would be B. Okay, dilation of the center. So how we're going to figure that out, everybody, is we take, we use the ruler. Okay, we just go from the center and we're going to draw it. So what did you get for the dilation of the center? Everybody, what did you get? What's the dilation point for number 5?
-4, 4 and 11.
Okay, -4, 3. Does anybody disagree with that? Okay, so everybody see how we got -4, 3. Good, you got that one. Okay, everybody, so we do the same with this one. Yes. Okay, so count the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and it goes to 1. Okay, everybody, scale factor. Old to new. New over old. So 1/4. Okay. So if I divide it. Okay, okay, everybody, 1 divided by 4 is 0.25. Multiply it by 100 to get the percent. And I get 25%. Okay, so it's 25%. Okay, we're going to do the same thing to find the scale factor. To find the center. So we just go like this. Oh. So if y'all want to grab rulers to do this.
But Miss, how do you find the center?
So we do this. Do you see how we're going from all the points?
Sure.
New over old. And to get to a percent, remember, we changed the fraction to a decimal and multiply by 100, right? Percento, right out of 100. Okay, so we look at where they all cross. And where do they all cross? Kind of hard to see where they all cross on this one. 2, 1? Yep, I'd say 2, 1. 2, 1, is that what everybody got? Brooklyn, what did you get for center of dilation? For number 6?
2, 1.
2, 1. Okay. Okay, let's go to the other side. So I know these ones are everybody ones we haven't done in a while, so. Okay, we're still working on dilation, everybody. So you can count aside. Okay, everybody, this one. So I look at this side and I know that this is 2, or this is 1, and the length of this side is 2. Remember, it's old over new for the scale factor, so we're going to put 2 over 1, which is 2. And I can also tell everybody, remember, because it's an enlargement, it's getting bigger. Remember, everybody, enlargement means it's getting bigger. Okay, so remember with these, center everybody, all I'm doing is just connecting the points A to A prime. I just draw a line through A to A prime, and B to B prime. I just draw a line through both of those, and then through C and C prime. And then where they intersect everybody, so if you look at this one's a better example, that's the center of dilation, right? So that is going to be at 2, and it's -2. So for this one, center of dilation is 2, -2. Okay, and then we look at this, everybody. So this is B. Remember, this is what we start with, and this is B prime. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 1, 2, 3. Remember, we do old over new. So if I do 3 over 4, okay, and then I divide it, so 3 divided by 4 is 75. 7,500. So think of it as 3/4 is 75 cents. 3/4 is 75 cents. Okay, next one's everybody. So finding the mid segment. So this is the base. AC, everybody, is the base. Okay. And then if you look at it, everybody, notice with the tick marks, right? This is halfway. Okay.
So it is
Okay.
9?
It is 9. KJ is the mid segment. So we're just going to divide it by 2. So if we're going from the base to mid segment, 18 divided by 2. Yep. So length of KJ. Yes, for scale factor, it's new over old. Okay, this one, everybody. So now we're going to the base.
Isn't it
Okay.
multiplied by 2?
Multiply by 2. So we're going to multiply by 2. Okay, this one we divided by 2. Okay, this we're going to multiply by 2. So 9 times 2 is 18. So the length of DF, everybody, is 18. Okay, so you're right. Scale factor again, everybody. So scale factor is going to be new over old. Okay, so we're going to assume that we're going this way. So I look at it and I go, okay, so I'm going to put
Whoa.
10 over 5, or sorry, it's new over old, so it would be 5 over 10, which is 1/2. Okay, so angle Q, we know about similar figures is that their angles are congruent. Okay, so angle Q is going to be congruent to angle A. Similar figures, their angles are congruent. Okay, so it says QR is, so there's talking about this one, so QR over AB is similar to RS over BC. Yep, over BC.
Is that similar?
This is similar figures. So then they say solve for X.
Oh, I did that.
So they actually gave us one. So we can put it, so QR is 6 over AB, which is 12, is equal to RS, which is 4, over X. Cross multiply and divide, everybody. So cross multiply and divide. So we get 6x is equal to 48. 48 divided by 6 is going to be 8. Okay, scale factor again, everybody. Old over new. Okay, so I'm going to assume I'm going from this one up. Let's do it the other way this time, everybody. On the test, it'll tell. On the final, it'll tell you.
Is this one 3
I'm
halves?
just
Alright, well, one person talk. Okay, one person talk at a time.
okay. So new over old. So I'm going to put 15 over 10. We can divide both of these by 5. So we get 3 halves. So the 3 halves is the scale factor. Remember, everybody, the angles are congruent. Alejandro, what's your question?
So,
Okay, how do we assume? I'm just going left to right, but on the final it'll tell you which one is new and which one is old. Okay? So, like I said, I'm just going left to right, like we read. So angle M is congruent to angle L. Okay, this one. So HM, okay, so that's this side. So HM is similar to KL, and then they give us GH, and then it's going to be HK. Okay, and then it says solve for X. So I can use that. So HM is 12. KL is X. HK is 15. GH is 10. Cross, multiply, and divide. So I'm going to get 15x is equal to 120. I'm going to divide 120 by 15, and I get 8. We let 8.
Wouldn't it be 18
It's not 18.
for 12?
So
Because this triangle is bigger than this one. So how would it be 8? I was just plugging in random numbers to find the scale factor and 18 fit in.
did I use the wrong number? HM is 12. Oh, yeah, I switched the numbers. Thank you for reminding me. So it should be like that. Good catch. So it would be like that, right?
Wait, how would it be like that? Because
if we're looking at this, HK is
Yeah.
15, and this should have been 10. So I needed to
yeah,
flip
that's
them.
the thing.
yeah,
Okay, sorry about that, everybody. Brooklyn is correct. You needed to flip them. So then it would be 10x is equal to 12 times 15. 12 times 15. 180. And then we divide by 10, and it is going to be 18. Thank you for correcting me. Okay. Okay, so let's go to the other side. Okay, what's the scale factor for this one?
Also 3 halves.
So also 3 halves. So if we do this one, so yes, so new over old.
Right? Is it right?
I'm assuming that this one is the old one and this one's the new one. So then I would have 12 over 18.
Oh, then it's 2/3.
Yeah, so I divide both of them by 6, so then it would be 2/3. Okay, angle Q. Everybody remember you can also look for the marks. So this has one arc and that one has one arc. So angle Q is congruent to angle L. Okay, and then it says QR over LK. So 12 over 18 is equal to RP, which is 20, over JK, which is X. Okay, we're going to cross multiply and divide. So we're going to get X 12 is equal to, I know that 2 times 18 is 36, and then I add a 0. Okay, and then I'm going to divide. 12 divided by 36 divided by 12 is 3. I add a 0, so x is 30. Okay, scale factor. So this is old, this is new. Okay, so we're going to put 12. I'm using this side, everybody, so 12 over 6. 6 JK, the top. So that is going to be 2. Okay, so that's the scale factor. Angle M is the right angle, and angle R is also right angle. Okay, and then this one. So it says HM is congruent to. It says H here, though. H.
I think it's a typo.
I think it's a typo, too.
Guess we don't do that one.
Well, we can make our own. Good try. Okay, so let's use, okay, so we're going to do JM over NR is equal to ML over RQ. Okay, so that's going to be 12. So 12 over 24 is equal to x over 22. We're going to go ahead and multiply 12 times 22. So we get 264 divided by 24. We get lucky number 11. Bless you. Okay, so we want to, so we know that these are congruent, and they want us to prove that the angles are congruent. So remember, we're going to have our,
I'm cold. Why is it cold?
I know it's cold, statements, and the reasons. Okay, and we know we're going to end with this one. Okay, so we can do, I do know that S and U are congruent because they're vertical angles. Same side, skip one. So actually same side, skip one, so they would be corresponding angles. Okay, and then they share angle R. So angle R is congruent to angle R, and that's by our reflexive property. So it's by our angle similarity theorem. Okay, so Ferris wheel casts its shadow, everybody. Okay, so if we have a Ferris wheel, cast a 20-meter shadow, and a man, 8.5, cast a 2.4 meter shadow. Okay, and there, everybody, how tall is the Ferris wheel? So I'm going to put height over 20 is equal to 18.18
What are you?
over
Smaller plate forward.
0.4.
Unless you're fat, you play plate forward.
Cross, multiply, and divide.
You play barrels? Exactly.
Okay, is equal to 36. And then we're going to divide. And we get the height is 15. Okay, fill in the blank on this one, everybody. So cosine A is congruent to cosine B. Cosine B is congruent to cosine A. Solve for x. We're going to use Pythagorean theorem. So 9 squared plus 40 squared is equal to x squared. I know that's the hypotenuse.
You have to do inverse straight on this.
Nope, but I could take the, so I'm going to square them. Okay. I'm going to add them together.
But you hit like second and then the x squared button
Yep, and then I'm going to take the square root of each side.
each side.
Because you have to take the square root of x squared to get x. So x is 41. Okay, this one, everybody, we're still solving for hypotenuse. So it's going to be 4 squared plus 6 squared is equal to x squared.
Oh, miss, are you recording?
Yes.
That's crazy.
I thought. Is that where you kept going?
Yes.
She's gonna hear it. This is reviews on Canvas, right?
What?
Is there a review on Canvas?
Not yet. I'm doing it right now. Okay, so this one, everybody, so we're using this one. This is going to be hypotenuse. This is opposite. So we're going to use sine of 22 is equal to k over 5. Remember, whole numbers over 1. Cross, multiply, and divide. Make sure in the calculator you put 5 times the sine of 22. Make sure it's in degree mode. Okay, we're going to round to the 10th place, so I get k is equal to 8.78. Remember, 5 and up rounded up.
So the following students please come to the bookstore. William Andrews, Rochelle Adler, Rhonda Balser, Vernon McGay, Keegan Carroll, and Reagan Davis. To the bookstore, please.
So I'm using the cosine of 56. It's going to be r.
Attention, all athletes. Your uniforms are due to the bookstore. If you have not turned them in, you will be getting a fee on your account.
Okay, remember it's 31.95, 5 and up rounded up. So I would round this up and it would end up being, so we round this up to 10, and then this would end up being rounded up to 32 for this one. Okay, last one of this one, everybody. So we're solving for the angle, so we're going to use inverse trig. I have the hypotenuse and adjacent, so I'm going to use cosine. So cosine of theta is going to be equal to 12 over 13. So remember on the calculator, you're going to use second cosine to get the inverse trig. So it's going to be cosine to that -1, 12 divided by 13. Okay, so we're going to get 22, so 22.6 degrees. So 22.6 degrees. Okay, this one we're also solving for it, and we can use anyone. I'm going to use tangent. So this is going to be the adjacent side. This is the opposite side. So we're going to use tangent of theta is equal to 48 over 55. So we're going to use second tangent. So remember to do the second tangent to solve for theta. And then we enter in 48 divided by 55. And I get theta is 41.1 degrees. And that is it.